Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Paul Vilmer. I'm a local dentist here in town, and we're going to be visiting this afternoon with Mr. Jack O'Neill. He's a lifelong Washington County resident, as I am, and he's going to tell us a little bit about early Washington County up to the present time. So, Mr. O'Neill, if you'd like to start out telling us where you were born, when you were born, that sort of thing.
I was born in Concord Township, 4 miles west of Irondale, junction of Big River and Cedar Creek. Spanish Grant 2181. I can't get more specific than that. Born on the 19th of October, 1931.
At home.
At home, Dr. John Jurgen was the attending physician. Spent the early years in the community of Hazel Glen. Went to a one-room country school for the first 5 years. One thing that was a little different for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, my sister was my teacher.
Oh,
Not
that would be tough.
They tell the story that it was from our house to the country school was a half mile. There was a place at the back of the farm where we climbed the wire fence, and they said whenever I climbed the fence of an evening, I would tell her that you no longer are Miss Velma, you're just Velma. And that was one of the things that I remember about the country school. The last year I went to the country school, there was only 3 of us in attendance. So that is a good reason at the country school in 1943, I then walked a mile to the road to catch the school bus, where I'd only been walking a half mile before. So anyhow, I spent the next through high school at Irondale School, graduated from high school there in 1949.
Irondale High School.
Irondale High School.
Okay.
The foundation is still there. The building is gone. It's consolidated with West County in 1950, I believe, 54 or 5. I don't remember the exact date. I was in the Air Force when it happened, I know.
Okay. Can we go back just a little bit?
All right.
The doctor that delivered you, was he from Potosi or Park Hill?
Dr. John Jurgen was in Irondale. He is trying to think back. It was a drugstore. Whenever he died, it was sold to a man and woman by the name of Nelms. Later years, it was the post office. Even after that, Kevin Providence owned it, and it is recently sold again. I don't know who is in possession of it now. Along that same line of history about the Jurgens, the farm that I was born and raised on belonged to his brother, Devereaux Jurgen. That particular farm was a part of, everybody knows about Hughes Mountain and the name of that. It was part of the Hughes tract that was deeded to the Hugheses 17 after the French bought that part of the United States west of the Mississippi River. My father's mother's sister married one of the Hugheses, and that is how it come to be within our family. my father and mother of course, were on the farm, and they used to call my dad the butter and egg man because my mother has made as many as 40 pounds of butter in a week to send over to the local store. We had chickens and sold eggs, sent cream on the railroad to the creamies in East St. Louis. That was just a way of life. The original farm had 104 acres, and Dad bought that from the two girls that their father, Devereux Jurgen's daughters, Glenn and Gladys Jurgen. He bought it in 1939. 1940, we bought about another 900 acres that a bunch of heirs couldn't agree on what to do with it, and they finally decided to sell it. My dad bought it, and then he in turn sold part of it, and we kept the rest of it as an addition to the farm. And I, in later years, bought back a portion of what he had sold in 1940. Needless to say, the price wasn't the same.
What was the price in 1940?
Let's see, it was about 900 acres in that, and I think he gave $1,900 for it. No houses. Yeah, there was one old house on it. There was one old house on a 180-acre tract.
So just a little over $2 an acre.
Right.
Now that was a lot of money back then.
That was a lot of money. It was hard to come by.
Now, did your dad work somewhere off the farm?
No, my dad was on the farm 365 days a year.
How many cows did you milk?
Oh, I can remember whenever I was in grade in high school that 12 or 14 we would milk, because if you made 40 pounds of butter, it took quite a bit of cream. Had a separator where separated the cream from the milk, and the milk that you separated went to the hogs to help fatten them.
So you didn't sell the milk?
No, we did not sell the milk.
Okay.
No refrigeration except for a spring box at the spring house.
Okay.
Our electric didn't come to the farm until 1948.